what you've kind of hit there is kind of this idea about shoulds, musts, this idea that by this point I should be doing this, or by this point I must be doing this. And I think often when we have those kind of really strong core beliefs, it becomes almost a barometer to everything else going on for our life. So if you do reach 30, you think, well, I know that by 30 I should really be married, I should have X, Y, and Z, I should have bought a house. And again, that is the thing that can fuel the feelings of inadequacy, that sort of rigidity around what that age or number represents for you. So I suppose what I would encourage people to do is think about what your core beliefs are, where they may come from. It may be that they were drilled into you from your parents saying, oh, you should be a doctor and you should be married by the time you're 30 and you should have at least one child. And actually, if that's the case, and it kind of gives you some clarity, I suppose, on why you feel certain ways about certain milestones. I think what's really important is to be able to challenge that, and also being able to think about what you have achieved. So I think all too often when we reach these milestones, there can be this sense of what haven't I achieved, and it'd be very negative and really kind of soul destroying. But actually reframe that, think, oh my God, by the age of 30, I'm living and working in Hong Kong, or I'm, engaged to be married, or I'm this or I'm that. And actually, I think that is what is absolutely key, is making sure that we don't get caught in these sort of cognitive distortions where we're immediately thinking about the negative and not focusing in on the positive. So I think trying to not get caught up in this black and white thinking, not getting caught up in these shoulds and musts, and actually focusing in on the positives. And I think that's why one of the things, and I think people feel that it does sound airy fairy, but it's trying to make it more manageable for you. But this is why daily gratitude is really important, really key for some people. I'm not saying to everyone you need to go out and get a flowery journal and a fluffy pen and start writing your daily gratitude. Just fire up the notes section of your phone just before you switch off your devices last thing at night. Fire up the notes section of your phone and pop down a couple of things that you've been grateful for today or that you've achieved. And actually, when you are having a wobble, when you are having a moment that you've reached a milestone, you think, oh, I have not achieved, look back at those. And I think those can be really affirming and really helpful to avoid you getting caught into this trap of, I've not done this, I've not done that.
Hey guys, thank you very much for watching the podcast. If you're like me and like to binge watch podcast episodes, click here for our most recent episode. And if you enjoy the show and want to be updated when new videos come live, click here to subscribe to the channel.